when we could be eating a good nutritious diet and have lots of energy.
Only 25% of the sugar we eat is that which we add ourselves.
That is an oversimplified but easy way to understand the human body's sensitivity to surges of carbohydrate.
Inside the body, carbohydrate breaks down into a simple substance called glucose.
We can't feel our best if we don't get the right food.
The rest is hidden in foods.
When the human body takes in a big charge of sugar, a simple carbohydrate, the sugar floods the metabolic system in a sudden surge.
The cereal named for its vitamin content would have a higher percentage of sugar than a bowl of candy.
When the human body is low on fuel, it becomes low on energy.
To process it, the pancreas must secrete insulin more rapidly,
which is distributed to every cell.
For many people, insults to the pancreas, big doses of foods that are mostly sugar, or honey, or corn syrup, simple carbohydrates, decrease the body's ability with age to handle sugar surges.
Oxygen is breathed in and likewise distributed to every cell. There,
ingredients are always listed in order of package by weight.
Two new substances.
This product is sold as part of a good breakfast. Yet 3 of the top 5 ingredients are different kinds of sugar.
Water and carbon dioxide, both of which leave the body as waste products.
When this process, which is called metabolism, provides more calories than are needed to keep the body going, the excess is stored in fatty tissues.
What processes?
A breakfast bar or a candy bar.
But more importantly, when these two substances combine, as when any two substances combine, energy is released.
The body must borrow energy from its cells and struggle along until it gets a new supply of food.
Already overweight, it's probable that this boy will become a fat man.
Much of our sugar comes from salt drinks. In 1935, each person in the United States drank an average per year of 40 cans of salt drinks.
Without fuel, it works in a below standard way.
That will increase the risk of serious problems, including diabetes.
By 1960, average consumption had gone up to 145 cans per year.
Fatigue and distraction may occur.
Even at this age, it's important to reduce the intake of simple carbohydrates.
Exertion requires many calories of food.
When we say simple carbohydrate, for all practical purposes, we mean sugar.
Today, the average is over 300 cans per person per year.
Simple work may become difficult, all because of a lack of good quality fuel. Yet the answer is so simple.
Light activity naturally requires less.
Diabetes is most likely to occur as people grow older.
Food, the right food, and limited variety of foods to furnish us with over 50 nutrients.
One result of all the sugar we consume is rampant tooth decay.
It is often, but not necessarily, a factor.
But even when we breathe or when our heart beats, we still use energy created by this chemical process.
And that's where the basic 4 food groups come in.
An international study done several years ago showed the relation of sugar consumption to tooth decay.
The protein or meat group that gives us the raw materials for growth and for muscles and blood.
In the Far East, where yearly sugar consumption per person averaged from 12 to 32 pounds per year.
The milk group that gives us calcium to build bones and teeth.
Less than 5% of the teenage population had any tooth decay.
Problems with metabolism may first be suspected from the results of a urinalysis.
That means we need energy 24 hours of every day.
So to help blood to clot and to control our heartbeat.
In South America, where annual sugar consumption averaged from 44 to 88 pounds, less than 13% of teenagers had any tooth decay.
It's a test for sugar in the urine.
The bread and cereal group for quick energy for work and play.
Much more is revealed by
constant need. The body can store the fuel we eat in a more compact form than glucose.
It also adds bulk to our diet.
By contrast, today in the United States, where consumption of sugars per person averages 120 pounds,
If you've ever tasted it, you'll know what that means.
over 97% of teenagers have decayed teeth.
Fruits and vegetables help us to see better. They give us healthy skin and shiny hair.
Want that?
Blood tests then show how long it takes to reduce the excess blood glucose to normal.
They provide materials that hold our blood cells together.
High sugar consumption increases the risk of diabetes.
When tests show some deficiency in the ability to handle sugar, reduction of sugar intake is urgent.
We need foods from all of these 4 food groups every day to give our body the good quality fuel to make it go.
When we need energy, and there is insufficient glucose within the cells. Fat can also combine with oxygen to produce energy.
More than a little sugar is bad for everyone, but for people unable to handle sugar, or for those with a family history of diabetes, it is a serious concern.
You could say that our body's like a machine.
Linked to obesity.
Today, many people are searching
The health problem in the United States.
Fuel we use is food.
exploring to find the best nutritional balance, along with other guidelines for long life and good health. Are you exploring too?
Some people that salt can contribute to health problems. But on average, we eat 2 to 3 times as much salt.
Before we start our exploration, put out all cigarettes. Start a disciplined, vigorous exercise program. Then, hold steady on protein intake. For the typically American diet, certainly no more is needed.